After the game, it's the aftermath. Win or lose, we still wave our commander's flag. Riding with Wentz under center, making the pass. Jahan Dotson, young rookie, making a splash. That burgundy and gold, that's what we about. Jonathan Allen knocking QBs to the ground. We die hard and nobody can shut us down. Cause this is the greatest show in town. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
What's good, Washington Commanders fans? All right, I'm bringing a little update on a couple of things. Most notably that Magic Johnson, you know, he was on Today's Show talking about, you know, he was asked a potential question about the Commanders bid and him being an owner of the team. Well, he did say today that the bid is in. He hopes they'll win, which I'm confident they'll win. I'm pretty much confident about the Josh Harris, Mitchell Rales, and Magic Johnson connection for this group. I think this is what Snyder wanted. He wanted somebody locally. He wanted somebody that he has familiarity with his ties to Mitchell Rales. I think Magic Johnson brings great admiration. He has great character. We have seen what he's did with his businesses, with the Dodgers, with the LA Sparks. His time with the Los Angeles Lakers, you know, he was very instrumental of getting not Kobe Bryant, but getting LeBron James over there. And some say that Magic Johnson is LA. You know, he is the face of the Lakers, you know. Some people say Kobe was, you know, but hey, that's a topic for another day. But what I'm excited for is that what he brings to this team, what he brings to the Commanders, what his business acumen. He's a winner. I mean, Magic Johnson has won on every level there is, from college to NBA, you know, outside of sports. And having somebody like him that understands business, teaming up with a Josh Harris that, you know, he has his hands in sports as well. Mitchell Rales that's already in the DMV area with some businesses. You bring somebody that's like Magic Johnson that has charisma, has high character, understand and connect with the community. That's what you really want for the DMV area. Somebody that could connect with the community. You know what I'm saying? Not somebody that just here that has a pocket full of money and doesn't know how to connect and then wants to change the landscape of the team to look like what their vision is. If you bring a group together and have the sole vision of bringing a community together, then the community will ride for you. They would actually, you know, be supportive of you. They just want to be appreciated. Everybody in the DMV area, even the fans that's not in the DMV area, such as myself, you know, that wants this franchise to be better. I remember growing up as a Washington Redskins fan, man, me and my mom, that's how I got into them. My mom loved them. I was a 49ers fan at first. You know, at the time, Joe Montana was my favorite quarterback of all times until, you know, Thomas Edward Brady James came along. But I still love Joe Montana. I love Jerry Rice. He's was one of my favorite wide receivers. But nevertheless, I grew up watching this team. I grew up watching this team when they won their first Super Bowl against the Miami Dolphins. When John Ringus had that 46 yard run for the touchdown, the game winner. I was on the edge of my seats. I've seen us went to Super Bowls, you know, with Doug Williams, Mark Rippon, the Potsy, the Hogs, all of them. Timmy Smith set a Super Bowl record, still stands to this day. I seen us when we lost to Marcus Allen, when we went back to back that year. So I've seen it all with this team. You could say I am a diehard Washington Redskins fan. Now there's some fans that's older than me that, you know, could tell you some other stuff when You know, a lot of people might not know that, you know, of the all greats that's been there. But hey, no matter what the outcome is for this franchise, the fan base deserves better. And me personally, I'm all for Magic Johnson and this group. I'm all for them. I'm being honest with you. I've said it many times. I'm not in favor of Jeff Bezos. I'm not in favor of Jay-Z. I just seen how Jay-Z operates in business, and it's not good for this team. Jeff Bezos, because he has a lot of money, but he has question marks too. I'm not going to want a person because they have a lot of money and they could change the landscape of this franchise financially. But you want somebody that's been winning. You want winners. You want people that's in your area that's been winning for the longest, that really will give their blood, sweat, and tears to this team. And I do believe wholeheartedly Magic Johnson is going to do that. This man, he doesn't mind taking interviews. He doesn't mind talking. And this is where Doug Williams was supposed to be that, what Daniel Snyder brought him in. He was supposed to be that. You haven't hardly seen too much of Doug Williams. You haven't heard a lot from Doug Williams as of lately. Or for months, really. There's Martin Mayhew that they've been doing all the talking. Ron Rivera that doing all the talking. You want somebody that really want to connect with this community in every way possible. And I believe that the fan base is looking forward to seeing that this Mitchell Riles, Josh Harris, Magic Johnson group pulls it off, win this bid, and put this team in the right direction that it needs. Magic Johnson spoke on about winning the Super Bowl. That would be so beautiful for this team to get back on track, to be able to win a Super Bowl in the future. Magic Johnson also alluded to that, you know, he'll see what happens with Mr. Snyder making his decision. I really think Daniel Snyder already made his decision. Now, there was a report that came out yesterday that the bid is about $6 billion. And it could be made as soon as May. They could be voted on as soon as May. Hopefully we get that done. But nevertheless, me personally, I just feel wholeheartedly about this group. I mean, would it be a disappointment to me? Yeah, it will be. It will be. But I still will support this team no matter what direction we go into. You just imagine if this was done already, Magic Johnson probably would have been able to pull Lamar Jackson. He could have probably pulled Russell Wilson a year if this was already in the works a year before. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a way to connecting with people. He has a way to talk. He has a way to gravitate people towards him. That's what I like about Magic Johnson, is his charisma, his ability to connect. And that's what you, like I said, that's what you need. You need somebody to be able to connect with the people. You know what I'm saying? Not so much connect with their pockets. Their pockets is going to be there. They're going to be able to do the things that they need to do. But the understand the importance of connecting with people, connecting with the community is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to speak on his success. I've mentioned some of it, but I don't have to speak on it. Magic Johnson is proven. He is proven. People just need to see what he has done. They say, well, he didn't do good with the Lakers and all that, because you got to think, Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, they not good. You know what I'm saying? They had this franchise messing around. He was an advisor for the Lakers when LeBron came there. I believe he was able to get them a championship in that bubble year. But hey, people just need to look at it in the totality and what's really best for this franchise. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Jeff Bezos couldn't do the job, but I'm just not in sold on Jeff Bezos. I'm not even sold on Stephen Aponopoulos. Wow, I probably pronounced that right. About his bid, because I don't know too much about him or what he's got going on or what his people the main focus now is mainly Josh Harris and Magic Johnson them group. And I just feel, to me, that this is really the perfect match for the Washington Commanders. I just think that the Washington Commanders deserve somebody like a Magic Johnson. They deserve somebody like Magic, whom to come in and been surrounded by sports, period. You know, regardless if they have experience in football. Hell, Jeff Bezos don't have no experience in nothing, you know, in football. Jay-Z, what? He has experience in basketball. He ended up having to sell his share in the Nets. And you see what the Nets would look like when he was around there. So, me personally, money is a factor, but it's not the solely main factor for me. I just want somebody that brings understanding, brings stability to this franchise, bring what this franchise has been missing. There was on Twitter, they were showing clips of RG3 when he was with us. And he made that run against the Minnesota Vikings. And that crowd was united and exciting. You couldn't tell us we was going to go to the Super Bowl. If he didn't get hurt, we would have had a shot to the Super Bowl with him. And for all it's worth, we have not been exciting like that in years, man. In years, we have not been exciting like that. It's time. It's time for the Commanders to be exciting. Now, I do want to touch on another note before I finish this my article on Magic Johnson. Now, they was talking about rebranding. Now, Al Roker did mention to Magic Johnson about rebranding the uniforms. I don't think rebranding is not going to happen. Now, Rick Snyder did mention, you know, because I shared it from George Cromie, salute to you, my brother, about the name could have been Warriors. It would have been fitting. Don't know so much about the red, white, and blue, but hey, it's patriotic. It will work. But you can't take away the Washington Redskins colors. You just can't. You just can't. Them colors sticks with us. And I definitely won't want them colors to change by no means necessary. But I don't see us changing the name. I don't see that's happening unless they feel a necessary need. But anyway, like I said, Magic Johnson in this group I think is the perfect fit for this franchise. Say what you will, there's no one's better right now. I don't care about Jeff Bezos and his money or what the NFL may want with Jeff Bezos. Don't care about that. I don't care. I care about my team and what's best for my team. I don't care about what the NFL wants from Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos already has his hands into the NFL with Amazon Prime. Now, if he wants to go after the Seattle Seahawks like he's been alluding to a lot, have at it. I just don't want you a part of my team. That's my feelings. That's my personal feelings about it. And I'm not, you know, if it happened, then yeah, I have to still support my team, but I'm just not gonna like the owner. Just being honest, you know. Like I said though, I think Josh Harris group is the perfect for this team. They got somebody like Magic Johnson, and this is what he said: "I got a ring in every sport, but I need a Super Bowl ring. And I would love to be the owner of the Commanders, to not only do great work in the field, but to do work we could do with the city." Exactly. He will be loved in this city, in that city, in the DMV era. He will be loved. He will bring something that this franchise has been lacking. Enthusiasm, excitement. Can you imagine what it looked like down there? He said, I think if they blessed us, Mr. Snyder's blessed us with the opportunity to be the owner, it will be an emotional day for me, because guess what? He said that his father died. And it will be a great moment for the Johnson family, as well as Josh Harris, who is the lead partner in this, to take the franchise and take it to another level So I'm kind of excited about it. And another African American owner. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. So if you cannot get excited about Magic Johnson and this group potentially owning this franchise, and y'all still hung up on Jeff Bezos or whoever else made it a bid, then we could probably miss out on the greatest opportunity that this franchise could ever have. And I think the NFL owners, when they vote, I think they will pretty much would love to have somebody like a Magic Johnson and Josh Harris. So, but with that concludes that part of my my video. Now, the second part of my video is about Ron Rivera. Now, he is feeling the hot seat, and we know Ron Rivera has struggled for the 3 years that he's been here. Now, I do want to give him credit. I want to give him his flowers for what he has done this offseason. Last year's draft, we've all been critical of Ron Rivera. And I think I probably was the most critical one because I wanted Ron Rivera fired last year. And I still hold to that. I think the playoff situation, I think he would have been fired. I think if this team was not in the flux that it was in and was going to be sold, Ron Rivera would have lost his job last year. And Ron Rivera knows this year could be his very last year. But he also stated that when he walk away, he wants to remember what he have done, what he have put this team, built this team as. So whoever takes over this team will actually could extend even higher. Now, Ron Rivera, he's 61, man. He fought cancer and everything like that. I feel like he understands now that he's not going to get another opportunity as a head coach. I don't see nobody hiring him at the age he is. Now, that could be because Bill Belichick is up in the 60s, and there's talk about him even, walking away from, not walking away, but this could be his last year in New England. This team has not been a 500 mark team for 3 years under him. And we could have made the playoffs twice under Ron Rivera. We won the division through the COVID year with him. We didn't make the playoffs. We had a chance to make the playoffs this year. He said, hey, I didn't know we needed that game to make the playoff. We had an influx of quarterback play. We had bad play calling with Scott Turner. We did build the defense up. We did build the offense up. I think last year was probably the most impressive year of talent that we have garnered for the team. Now, what his expectations going in this year, it's simple. He has to win. To order to live out that 5-year deal, this is his 4th year. He only got 1 more year on the deal. If Sam Howell doesn't pan out the way that Ron Rivera think is going to pan out, and I tell you, I said it many times, the first 5 games of the season is the most crucial. If this team goes 0-5 or 1-4, he will get fired. This team will be looking totally different again, and we will be looking for a quarterback. So, I think Eric Bieniemy is going to be good for Ron Rivera. I think Ron Rivera should allow Eric Bieniemy to do a lot of more things besides being an offensive coordinator, because he is the assistant head coach, so he can take a little bit of decision making from Ron Rivera. Has a lot of Ron Rivera decisions been great? No, it hasn't. And we got to be real about that. He have done some nice things, but the bad things outweigh some of the good, to be honest with you. A lot of us, like I said, from the first 2 years, we wanted Ron Rivera fired. I wanted him fired last year. I just think that his time has passed. He only had, if you go back to his years at Carolina, he only had 4 winning seasons there with 1 Super Bowl appearance. He don't have a great record. as a head coach. He does not have a great record. And so, and Ron Rivera knows this. He knows that this year is very crucial for him. He said it himself. He could be going in a year, and he understands that. But he said what he wants to do is to, when he leave, he wants everybody to say, "Hey, boy, this roster is in a good place. That's great. I want to walk away saying that what I did, what I'm good with, and I understand it." It's like, to me, he's okay with not saying this roster is mediocre. It has improved dramatically. It has moved. There's still some spots that could have been filled, like linebacker, a better offensive line, a better tight end. Ron Rivera has a tendency to hold on to people too long. You holding on longer, Thomas, when he should be cut already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said we in the market for a running back. That means you transition not J.D. McKissic, but Antonio Gibson into J.D. McKissic's role. I think we should still draft a quarterback just in case Sam Howell doesn't pan out. I want Sam Howell to be everything that Sam Howell is. I really want that. But you still going to have a backup plan. You got to have a backup plan just in case. We still got problems on the safety cornerback position. I think Kendall Fuller should be cut, save more money. I think Ron Rivera should be reworking some of these contracts with Terry and Jonathan Allen to create more cap space. We could have signed the linebacker from Cleveland, Anthony Walker. We could have signed him. There's a lot of things that we could have did this year to really improve this team drastically, where our free agent grade could have been higher. Now, what's going to happen in the draft is going to be very, very doggone interesting. Very interesting. So I think that at that moment in time, it's only time will tell. So I think this year, we could be looking at the last of Ron Rivera and his regime. Because most likely, if he gets fired, Jack Del Rio is going to get fired. And everybody else that ties to Ron Rivera. I think Eric Bieniemy could be that guy. And I believe with the new ownership taking over, I think Eric Bieniemy will be the head guy going into 2024 as that guy. I believe with somebody like Magic will have that influence to say, hey, let's give this guy a shot. I really do believe that this is all set up for a reason. And we just have to watch it and play it and let it play out. I do believe Eric Bieniemy will be the head coach of the Washington Commanders going in the 2024 season or midway through the season. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But until then, hail to the Washington Commanders. This your boy LiveWire, and I'm out. Peace.